Now at 5, communities across the southern part of our state are working to repair buildings and power from storms. Videos out of Orange County show railings blown off buildings, signs and debris in the streets, and toppled trees.
Dangerous stuff. 2 tornadoes have been confirmed, one in Du Bois County and the other in Orange County. We have team coverage for you tonight. We start with ITMA's senior investigative reporter Richard Essex, who's in Paoli.
A powerful storm came right through downtown Paoli about 12:30 this morning. The cleanup is well underway. Power is starting to be very slowly restored, but one of the scars that you're going to see for months to come is going to be at the courthouse.
It's not square no more. They've looked at it, so they've been inside and looked at the building. Structurally, they don't know for sure.
The historic Orange County Courthouse clock is not keeping time. 3 of the 8 brick chimneys that punctuate the building's profile have succumbed to the storm.
As fast as it came on, it left just as fast.
Natasha Roulette and her husband called the upstairs apartment in this building home. The storm has added some unwelcome ventilation.
Then all of a sudden, the cold air returned that is between the storefront and our apartment area. There was something sitting in front of it, and it just flew it across the apartment. And then we could hear the bricks falling, and we weren't sure what was going on out there from there, but we knew something was wrong. So, of course, we tried to open the door just to make sure, slowly open the door and try to make sure that, what's going on out here, and is the rest of the building even here.
The storm peeled off layers of brick. The emergency staircase from the second floor of the building is covered in brick. Windows are smashed and their life is on hold. Just up the street, we found Sharon Winiger and her great-granddaughter surveying the neighborhood.
Well, our house is pretty quiet, but when it came so fast. We didn't have time to do anything.
She said that her and her husband heard the sirens and the cell phone alerts. They barely had time to get to the basement. The sound of snapping trees and glass breaking is like nothing she had ever experienced.
It sounded terrible. I was scared. And usually I'm not very afraid.
There is a clear line left by the storm. Buildings just a few feet off the path are untouched. The town of Paoli is littered with down power lines, trees hanging on utility lines. Cleanup crews battled rain and wind throughout the day, slowing down their attempts to bring order to the chaos left behind by the storm. In Paoli, Richard Essex, Wish TV, ITMA.
All right, we turn now to Storm Track 8 and Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown.
With the latest on those tornadoes in Du Bois and Orange counties.
So we were here last night tracking the storm system that moved through. And this was kind of unusual. We were tracking the storm at about midnight to 1 a.m. is when we start to see this kind of pop up. We were seeing kind of tighter rotation in our velocity, which means kind of tornado on the ground. And then we would see it broaden up and we would say, well, there's nothing. And then we go back and say, oh, there's something. All right, so looking right now, these are some of the damage reports coming in from this system. You can see thunderstorm wind gusts, roof damage to homes and apartment trees. This is in Paoli. Also looking at some of the storm reports that are coming in around the state to the south here. You'll see those as wind reports as well. Also, French Lick, you see this, trees falling on roads and vehicles because of the wind gusts. So we had strong winds even without rotation, right? We also picked up some rotation as well. As far as the rainfall from that storm, this was the problem with this, right? It was hard to see because it was rain wrapped, very heavy rain moving over the area. As you know, we also had a tornado warning in Bedford, Lawrence County, but most of the action came to the further south near French Lick. So how we confirmed this last night, or how we were kind of looking at the storm system, this was kind of the first thing to come in for us to let us see, yeah, there was rotation. At 12:52 a.m., Du Bois County Fire Department, EMS, they were paged to a home where there was tornado damage there. So that's how we first started to see, hey, yeah, definitely some damage on the ground from this system. Now, as far as last night, to sum it up, 2 confirmed tornadoes, mainly south, several reports of wind damage, and the National Weather Service still out surveying at this hour. Just to kind of give you more detail on these storms, let's head over to meteorologist Ryan Morse.
Ashley, let's get a little closer look at some of these confirmed tornadoes. The first one earlier on today, Du Bois County, EF1, maximum winds here of 97 miles an hour and maximum width on the yardage of 150 yards. Now, keep in mind, these are both preliminary storm reports, so we're still seeing storm surveys out here. And, of course, the second confirmed tornado, Paoli, maximum winds of 95 miles an hour there, EF1 as well. So the National Weather Service still conducting storm surveys. They're basically going to conduct them from Du Bois County to Paoli today. So they're still monitoring those areas in between. And then tomorrow they're going to monitor those areas off to the north and east of Paoli to see if we got any more confirmations of tornadoes. Broad look at tornadoes in 2023. We are now up to 48 Keep in mind, last year we only had 15 at this point, and the most tornadoes in a year on record, 72 back in 2011. On average, we only see 25 of them. Back to you, Phil and Drew.
Thank you. Several southern Indiana schools announced delays or closures today after those overnight storms. New Albany, Floyd County Consolidated Schools and Greater Clark County Schools had a 2-hour delay. East Washington School Corporation and Cassie Head Start Schools also delayed 2 hours. Springs Valley Community Schools closed for the day due to power outages.